Well, we did it. This is a one-off, a kind of special episode, I guess, where we kind of delve behind the scenes a little bit. It's 50k, 50,000 subscribers. That is mad. I cannot thank you guys enough out there for everything. It's just been an incredible ride from the very first video I posted, thinking, let's just have a go, up to it starting to build up, and then my daughter saying, oh, you know, you'll get to 50,000 subscribers, you'll get to 100,000, and me thinking, never going to happen. Getting involved with Giants, getting involved with Farming Simulator League, travelling around Europe, you know, all the stuff I never would have imagined doing any of this. And all of that is because of you guys out there. Without you guys watching, my channel wouldn't have grown, I wouldn't have the subscriber base, and I wouldn't have been noticed by Giants, all that kind of stuff. So thank you to everybody out there. Whether you are my first subscriber, and most of my first subscribers were family members. Sanders fan, if you're still out there, my friend, I think other than family members, one of my absolute first. To my last subscriber, well, hopefully not my last, but the 50,000th, as best as I can tell, was Xander. So Xander, thank you for being the 50,000th subscriber to my channel. It's a bit mad. So I want to thank Giants as well. You know, I know people, they get a bad press and people aren't always happy with them. I just honestly, the games I love, and I can't thank them enough for their generosity, their hospitality, their friendship, all that kind of stuff, you know. And all the guys I've met along the way, I mean, VF, DJ Go Ham, Clutch, FS Club, I'm going to miss someone, I know I am, and if I miss you, I'm so sorry. Who else out there? KJ Wiggums, all the Barris, all the guys that have been constant on it, Baron Papa, Big Papa C, I'd like to say Big Daddy, you're all out there. Some more will come back to me later on, and I know that, if I do, don't worry, I will mention you. Yeah, you've all been great. So what I'm going to do now is kind of show you around where the magic happens. We're going to have a look at stuff I collect. We're also going to go out and have a look at the man cave. It's not quite complete yet because the situation we find ourselves in at the moment, unfortunately, there's some bits I can't get delivered. So we'll have a look around my toys, my collectibles, my gaming setup, and then we'll go out, we'll have a look in the man cave at more of my stuff. So as per usual, come along with me, MrSealyp. So we're going to start off in here. This is part of my living room, and this is where my kind of my collection starts. I have a mild obsession with Lego, as you'll find out later on. I find it incredibly therapeutic. Other than playing Farming Simulator and doing all those tasks that no one likes doing, like baling and chopping down trees and all that sort of stuff, I find building Lego incredibly therapeutic. Always have done and always will do. So what have we got? Well, down here we have got, well, I've got my Tron Legacy set, which I absolutely love. I've got my mini Millennium Falcon, my standard Millennium Falcon, but what I've also got is this, and this is a brilliant set. This was it's just a low loader but with a forage harvester on the back. That I found that came out a little while ago, but I absolutely love that. And then I've got Poe Dameron's X-Wing just there, a bit of a Star Wars nut as well. Then down here we've got a New Holland T9565. We have got a Case Combine, that's a Case 8230 I think it is, and then we've got a Porg under there my wife got me. I've got a lot of Speed Racers stuff, and I love these kits because they're actual, you know, actual cars. My favourite, the Ferrari GTO. Oh, it's lovely. 250 GTO, gorgeous bit of kit. Anyway, so moving down, we've got a John Deere 7310. Behind that, it was hooked onto it, but I started running out of space. We've got an R962 sprayer. Hear that? That is none other than Farm Dog or Snow Dog. Darwin, D. Good boy. Good boy. Hello, buddy. Hello, buddy. And then next to that, we've got a New Holland T7315. On the back of that, we've got a 1290 Baylor. You can just see it around the back there. I do like making and building models and model kits. I did a lot of gaming, tabletop gaming, Games Workshop stuff. Warhammer 40k, that's a Valkyrie. Haven't played in years, but I've got loads and loads of kits and stuff I want to make. I have a bit of a thing for hats and helmets and that kind of stuff too. That's the Black Knights helmet. Down there I've got a, is it 501st Parachute Infantry Regiment Band of Brothers helmet just there. And then down here, sorry about the camera, down here I've got, these are class Axion 950s. Now, if any of you have watched my vlogs and stuff before, I went to the Rickaby show. I've been to class Rickaby a few times, and they have the Rickaby show every year, and they have special, specially made limited edition vehicles and stuff like that. And then they have models of those vehicles made from the Rickaby show. Well, last year's 2019 were these, and there were a pair of Axion 950s. There was that one in a BMW green, and there was a black one as well. And these were just, wow, amazing. And the real ones were just incredible. I was lucky enough the day before the show, because they have these special editions, and these were all numbered. And I can't remember what number I got now. We were going through the boxes trying to get the trying to get number one, but we couldn't find them. But it was the 18th anniversary of the Rickaby show. And these are brilliant. They came as a pair. Well, I bought them as a pair. And in the middle of that, we've got a class Xerion 5000. Very nice indeed. Down the bottom here, we've got a John Deere semi, truck and trailer. That was sent to me by a subscriber, and I cannot for the life of me remember who it was. It was a while ago now, and I'm sorry that I've forgotten who it was. But yeah, very, very cool indeed. So that's my stuff in my front room. What I'm going to do now is head out to my hidey hole. Or I must say, like I said before, I'm very Harry Potter-esque in that I'm under the stairs for doing my recording stuff. I used to do all my recording in here, in the living room, on that TV. That's how I started out. Just PlayStation, that TV, recording, and that was it. And as things started to progress, I thought, you know what, I probably need to invest in some new gear. So we're going to go out, have a look at the gear out there, then we'll head out and have a look at the man cave. I still can't believe 50,000 subscribers. That's mad. So before I get onto the setup out here, honestly, I don't know how my wife puts up with me. I have got my ultimate collector's edition Millennium Falcon. That is my prized possession. I absolutely love that kit. That took me almost a week to build. After recording and editing a video every day, I spent the entire rest of every day building that, and I love it. Absolutely fantastic bit of kit. Awesome, awesome model. Anyway, we've got an X-Wing up there, Luke's X-Wing, and then this is awesome. This belongs to SEAGATE. SEAGATE got a Christmas job working at the local Lego store, and unfortunately after Christmas I didn't keep her on, but every Lego employee got a limited edition Lego set, and this was it. It was a Christmas X-Wing, only available to staff. And inside it's got a Father Christmas Squadron Leader pilot in there. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it's got a whole load of stuff. But and I said to her, leave it in the box. No, she wanted to build it, so there we go. Up on the top shelf here, we've got a Class Lexion, I think it is, isn't it? We've got a Class Lexion 770 TerraTrack, I think that one is. Yep. And then next to it, another one. My wife got me this. This was from the Rickaby show the previous year, the 2018, and they actually had a harvester done, and it was an anniversary one. 100 years of Rickaby. The other one was the 18th anniversary of the Rickaby show, but that's, and yeah, this is a limited edition kit that she got for me. I love that. That's such a nice model. That's a Tucano. Don't know what number it is though, because the numbers are all covered over. And then I've got my Chrono Big X 580, which I love. And then behind that, I've got Luke's helmet. Like I said, got a bit of a thing for hats and helmets, but you know, what are you going to do? And then obviously, I'm a bit of an avid reader. I've got shelves and shelves and shelves and shelves of books. So this is it. This is where the magic happens. Like I said, I used to be in the front room. It's a bit dim and dark, and because I'm under the stairs. Look. But oh, that reminds me. Hang on a second. That needs to be on. Of course it does. That used to be at the bottom of the stairs because I used to record in the living room, and I'd have the living room door shut, and that would be on the living room door. So if anyone came down the stairs and saw that on, they would stop singing, shouting, yelling, doing all the things that my kids and my wife generally do in the house, And Farm Dog, he pays no attention whatsoever to the MrSealyp on air sign. Anyway, let's get into it. What have we got over here? Well, all my junk and stuff is right in the corner. You can't probably see all that, but I've got signs and all my stickers and my slurry and my Fortnite Nerf gun, because you just have to have one of those. I've got a bit of a thing for watches. I collect watches too. So yeah, I'm a bit of a hoarder. I collect stuff. I'm a bit of a collector. All my junk, all my stuff that I need on a daily basis that I can just grab whenever I need it. My Stormtrooper helmet. That was my first big-ish purchase. When my channel started to kind of take off and I was making a little bit of money YouTubing, I always wanted one as a kid, so I bought one. Why wouldn't you? So, 2-screen setup. I only ever ran one screen before. I want to say just right off the bat now, a massive thank you to Mr. Dalek JD, my daughter's boyfriend and YouTuber, for helping me with my setup and choosing things. And because as far as PC goes, I have no idea. So I normally run PS4 that side, PC that side, and just to address all those questions and queries and problems that everyone are having at the moment, I am not jumping ship to PC. I'm using my PC as an editing tool. I bought myself, you know what I'm going to do, let's just turn this around. The light's not great. I bought my PC in November. So I've had it nearly 6 months. Do you know how many PC videos I've done on it? 3. 2 Farming Simulator ones, and I think I did 1 on Mud Runner. That's it. 3 PC videos in nearly 6 months. I'm not jumping ship to PC. I'm using my PC as a tool. Now, that may be an expensive tool. It may be a tool people are thinking, well, you're wasting your time. You're not using it to full capacity. The PC Master Race will say you need to be on PC. It's better. Blah blah. I totally understand that. I get it. I've downloaded a load of games. I've downloaded Farming Simulators on there. I've got a load of mods. I've been onto maps and I've played around on it. And don't get me wrong, I love it. I think it's absolutely brilliant. But I'm a console gamer. Console's what I know. That being said, Mr. Dalek JD is not very happy with me. I'll explain why in a second. So, let's swing that back around again. I've got my noble chair my wife got me. She's an absolute love, that lady. Got my noble chair. And then down under here is where the PlayStation resides, under there. Up off the floor, tucked away. My headset just gets put there. My headset is a, oh blimey, what is it? An Atlas Elite, I think it is. I've got an Atlas Elite. I've got my Logitech heavy equipment side panel, but it's part of the bundle, and the steering wheel's down there. All of these are plugged in. I know, like I say, it's a bit dark, so I apologise. That's down there. I do bring it up and put it on the desk every now and again, but I don't use the steering wheel as often as I should, or could, really. It's much quicker and easier for me if I'm going to record a video to pick up my controller and go for it. I've got my pads with all my notes, my notes on my Let's Plays, my notes on research, comments that people have made, things and shout outs I need to give to people. I've also, part of my collection, I collect the small CQ tractors as well. I've got those down here. I've got various different ones of those. I've got my Farming Simulator animals, of course. I've got my Mandalorian Lego figures. I'm waiting on the new set to come out. More small stuff there. Xbox controller there is plugged into my PC. Now the PC is down here. This thing is, like I say, I'm no expert on PCs whatsoever. I'm just going to sit on my chair for this. Like I say, this was all kind of set up for me. This setup by Mr. Dalek JD, who's an absolute legend. I'm not a PC specialist. I know very little about PCs, and he wanted to help me make this thing future-proof. So I'm going to read out some of the specs, only a couple of them, but I'll put the specs in the description anyway. It's got a ThermalTake V200 tempered glass RGB edition gaming case, Intel Core i9 10-core processor, i9 10900X, 3.7 GHz, 19.25 megabyte cache. The motherboard is an ASUS Prime X299A ATX, USB 3.1, SATA, SATA, 6 GB per second, RGB ready. This will probably mean something to loads of people, but honestly it means nothing to me. The RAM is a 32 GB Corsair Vengeance DDR4, 2400 MHz, 2x16 GB. Graphics card is a 6 GB NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060 HDMI, DP and VR ready. First storage is a 256 GB PCS 2.5 inch SSD, SATA 6 GB And then the second storage drive is a 4TB SEAGATE IRONWOLF Pro 3.5, 7200 RPM, 128 megabyte cache. Then we've got power supply and various different things. Thermal paste, it's got standard thermal paste for sufficient cooling. It has got Corsair H80i V2 hydro cooler with PCS ultra quiet fans, and as you can probably tell, I mean, just no sound whatsoever out of those. They're just wow. What else have we got on here? That's probably about it really with regard to that. Sound card, I've got an onboard 8-channel 7.1 high def audio. Like I say, that probably means something to a lot of people, but I have no idea. That's kind of it. I've got a few of my signs and bits and bobs up there. Various different things that I've bought, my wife buys me. People are always getting me odds and ends and trinkets. I've got my Giants mug over there. I've got a John Deere one. I've got a lot of John Deere stuff. I think it's one of those things that when people buy me gifts, people find things and think John Deere is the only tractor manufacturer out there. So I seem to get loads of John Deere things from people, which is lovely. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't like the stuff I get. Down under here, I've got the pedals for my steering wheel. I've got a sound system bass speaker. Now this here is an extension, a USB hub, and that plugs into my PlayStation. So that takes the 2 USBs that I've got in the front, and I think the PlayStation has one in the back as well, and takes it down to 4 here, which gives me the option then to have a USB plugged into it, but it also means I can keep my side panel plugged into it, my controller can charge at the same time, I can have the steering wheel plugged in, everything's all hooked up at the same time, which means I can run it all at the same time. That's kind of how that works. Oh yeah, my mic. I've got a Rode NT USB mic on stand. That thing's great. I love the fact that just swings out, swings down, and wallop, you're good to go. Whoa, that's a bit close. But that's great. That's a fantastic bit of kit. Another massive thank you to Mr. JD. He sorted me out with a mic to start off with. Sorry, I was a bit close to the camera then. When I first started doing all this, I've got a Razer webcam that he gave to me. So if I do stream and stuff like that, I can have the webcam on as well. I can't remember the actual designation of that. When I come to edit this, if I remember, if I can find the box, I'll put down what that is. But that's a Razer webcam as well. So yeah, keyboard and mouse, you know, that's kind of, I've got another little USB hub there, which means I can move my memory stick from, you know, my USB between my PlayStation and my PC. That was actually given to me by one of my pupils that I taught when I worked at the school one Christmas, and that sat in a box for ages and ages, and I was plugging stuff in and out on the top here, and then thought, oh, I could really do with, you know, something on there. So that's the gaming setup. That's everything. Now I did mention that we're going to be doing a giveaway, and weirdly enough, it's not a farming simulator giveaway. One of my subscribers, a guy called Rob, fantastic guy, was incredibly generous and bought me a copy of SnowRunner when it came out. Now I had already pre-ordered SnowRunner as well, so I got 2 copies of it, one from Rob and one that I'd pre-ordered. I was then going to do a digital download for SealyG, but she just doesn't seem that fussed about playing it. Actually, we'll swing the camera back around again. Where's the light gone? There we go. She doesn't seem that bothered about playing it. So I've got a copy of SnowRunner, premium edition, so it'll have the season pass and all the gubbins that comes with it. This is only an EU version, so if you're watching this anywhere outside the EU, I'm sorry, there's not going to be a lot of point in you kind of putting your name in the hat for this, but if you are interested in being put into the prize draw, this is the 50k Hideaway giveaway video, then put in the comments 50k and an exclamation mark, or 50k yay, or 50k congratulations. Just put something in the comments, and you might want to put down there giveaway, so 50k giveaway or something like that, and then I'll put your name in the hat, and you may well be the lucky recipient of a copy of SnowRunner Premium Edition. So there, we'll be doing that. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to head out to the man cave. I've talked about it a lot. I haven't been able to get Wi-Fi out there. That was what I was hoping, to move it out there and have it as kind of a studio, but I don't think that's going to work. But that is my castle of solitude. That's where I go to. I have, if you've been following my channel for a while, I've got, it's kind of a behind the scenes a little bit about MrSealyp. You know, I've got 4 daughters and a son. My son moved out a little while ago and left me. So I've got 4 daughters. So every now and again I need a bit of breathing space. You know what it's like, you know, to get out. And, you know. So yeah. One thing I forgot to mention as well, up here, let me just show you this. That's a knitted farm dog. That's by the Wombleways. If any of you follow the comments and stuff and know the Wombleways, that was knitted by, well, I've got a whole load of stuff. My wife's got a MrSealyp. There's a MrSealyp. What else have we got? There's a whole load of cool stuff. They're fantastic people. All of you, all of my subscribers, all the guys that comment regularly and send me stuff and talk to me and offer advice, and you know, like I've always said, I'm open to constructive criticism. I'm open to advice and guidance. I don't like people telling me what to do, telling me I'm wrong, telling me I'm this and that. I play the game how I want to play it, or whatever games I play, and I think that's a big part of it. That's just me, you know. I play how I want to play, and if you want to watch, you can watch. I don't like people telling me I'm doing things wrong. You know, I don't mind people saying, "Oh, have you thought about?" or "Did you know?" or "Can you can know you can try?" Blah blah. If I didn't know, I'd be like, "Thanks ever so much. That's brilliant." What I don't like is when people say, "You know, you're doing this wrong. Do this. Do." You know, it's just, there's no need for that kind of behaviour. You got to remember, I'm English. I'm British. It's all about manners. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is put up some pictures, and this is pictures I took of the man cave build. The man cave is built primarily out of pallets and spare wood. I had to buy some OSB sheets for the floor and the roof. Other than that, pretty much everything is offcuts and remnants and things that I found knocking about. And at this point I want to thank my next door neighbour, or next door neighbour by 2 or 3 houses, Andre, who has been renovating his new house. He's a builder by trade. The stuff that he has given me has made my life so much easier. So the pictures will come up now, and then we'll go out and we'll have a look at the man cave. It is an absolutely glorious day here today at the moment. It is Saturday of a bank holiday weekend that we've got. Now, as I mentioned before, it's not quite complete on the outside. The cladding and siding that I was doing is feather edge board, but the problem is the place where I'm getting it from, and a lot of the suppliers aren't delivering and don't have supplies, so I'm kind of part way done but not quite. And as you've seen from the pictures, honestly you wouldn't believe it, but I'm still gobsmacked that it was just made out of pallets, honestly. I'm so pleased with myself, and a big thank you to Man Cave Beer Reviews, my brother, for his help and advice and doing the wiring. There was a couple of bits I couldn't do and didn't know how to do, like framing in a window I'd never done before. So he helped me frame in the larger window around the front, we'll see in a minute, and I did the other one. So yeah, let's have a look inside. Let's have a look inside. So we have got a lock and stuff on it, but I decided not to. So let's go inside the man cave. Now this isn't a huge building. I haven't got a huge garden, so it was never going to be. What I'm going to do is put the lights on. So, lights on. So, oh, I've just realised what I've done. I've left my piece of paper inside. No, I haven't. My piece of paper's here. I've got all sorts of notes. Now, this is manly men doing manly things. Not necessarily. Now, I've got my wood burning stove. This, when I was building this, was an absolute godsend. And you wouldn't believe, during the winter, this thing, it warms up so quickly. It does also mean I've got this that goes on the back of it. I can boil up water, I can make myself hot drinks out here, I can cook out here if I want to. I've got a thermal fan which blows the heat around the room. I've got plenty of wood for starting and my axes. I'm a bit of a, I said about collecting guns, knives, swords. I've got a bit of a thing, I don't know, I always have done. So I've got my Grandsford Brooks hatchet there. I've got a Gerber one down there, but this my wife got me. Halter-Force, double-headed throwing axe. That thing is massive. I would not want to throw that. I would be terrified of chopping my arms off or something like that. But I've got all my little espresso makers and pots and pans and coffee and various different things on the shelves there. That Buzz Lightyear, interesting story. When there was a big craze over the Buzz Lightyear, when the first Toy Story came out, my wife won tickets. We went to see the premiere of the first Toy Story in Leicester Square in London. It was amazing. We sat surrounded by celebrities and stuff. It was just amazing. So I've got a load of various different knives and stuff in there. I've got my, yeah, all my stuff, my fire starting, my titanium. You have to have titanium, don't you? My titanium sporks. What else have I got? Beer, because my brother and I are real ale drinkers. Got that from my dad. My brother does Man Cave beer reviews and beer adventures. So I don't have a shortage of beer. That's not a problem. I do collect a load. I've got my Hornby Railway trains there. I don't have the setup anymore. Got my Agawa Canyon Boreal 21 saw on the shelf there. It's just all sorts of stuff. Lego collections of various different. My daughter Silly G and I collect minifigs. So we spend ages collecting minifigs. But as we come round, I've got the Holmer Terra variant 600, that one is, with a Zun hammer on the back of that. When I went to Erlangen to Giant Software headquarters, when I first started doing the FSL, they had one of these in their cabinet, and I was lucky enough to buy one of those at Agritechnica when I went to Agritechnica last year. Love that model. We've got all the cans up top. We've got a lot of craft beers and various different things. I've got a few Games Workshop models and things I collect. I've got my Ultimate Collector's Edition Y-Wing Fighter, which I love. Land Speeder. I've got a wooden laser cut model of a combine there that you build with all the cogs and stuff, and it runs. I haven't built that yet. I've got my Valtra, I think that's an S394 it says in there. Yeah, it's an S394. That's a Finland edition. Only 1,000 of those models were made, so I've got one of 1,000 in there. A couple of Tiger tanks, because I love Tigers. They're one of my favourite. That was my brother for Christmas. That's a Massey Ferguson serial number plate, registration plate, and what he got stamped onto it was MrSealyp, and then the date of my first ever farming simulator video. So I suppose that's quite apt now. I've just hit 50,000 subscribers. Patches and various different things, John Deere thing. United States Colonial Marines, do love Aliens. The Aliens films are absolutely fantastic. More, yeah, knivery and whatever. Everyone has to have a respirator. General service respirator, of course, in the current situation, comes in incredibly handy. More logs, fire starters. When I was coming out of doing quick jobs, over the course of the winter when it was freezing, those were a godsend. Stick a fire starter, fire log in there, light the paper and off it goes. But I do have all the stuff to make the fires myself, all my kindling and all the stuff, so I can get a fire going. For me, yeah, I'm an armchair farmer, virtual farmer, but yeah, that is true. I've got my Lego ship in a bottle, love that kit. Then up here on the shelf, we have got, these are recessed shelves, though. You probably saw those from the pictures in the that I showed you a little while ago. We have got a Ford TW15, I've got the David Brown 1412, and we've got a John Deere 3040 on the shelf there. So I mean, John Deere, everyone seems to buy me John Deere stuff. That NASA patch, my wife got me from Texas when she went to, I want to say Cape Canaveral, is it Canaveral? Which is, anyway, that came from a proper Those patches there are bomb disposal patches. Very good friend of our family. Is he a captain now? Captain Webster? I taught him as an air cadet when I was an instructor at Air Cadets. He now was heading up 11 EOD in the British Army. Bomb disposal, just absolutely amazing. A few vintage ales. Of course, you have a few vintage ales, didn't you? What else have we got? I've got my stereo, Bluetooth stereo, because when you come out you need a bit of music. We've got our... Of course you do. This is just all my stuff. You need bottle openers, of course you do. There might be a few more beers down there, of course. You know, there's a few tools still in here because I've still been finishing bits and bobs off. A few of the minifig collectors series ones. I've got a couple of different ones there. There's the Fantastic Beasts and Harry Potter ones they did. Beer pong professional set, you know, because you've got to be 20th anniversary. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, these are cool, right? From when I was a cadet and instructor in the Air Training Corps, I then went on to be an adult warrant officer. In that picture there, that was taken at College Hall Officers Mess at RF Cranwell, I want to say 89, maybe. I'm in that picture. Can you see where I am? And then the one above was taken when I did my warrant officer's course. I became an adult warrant officer in the Air Training Corps. And I'm in that one too, almost in the same position, weirdly enough. And that one there was taken, we used to have a thing called Wingfield Day, and that was 1980, I want to say 88. And our squadron, 2F Watford Squadron, we won the Wingfield Day. 30 squadrons in our wing all come together, took part in all sorts of competitions, flying and shooting and drill and oh, you name it, all sorts of things. And we won. You keep seeing this mascot thing all over the place. That's a spook. That's a 2-squadron spook, and that was Phantom Squadrons. But because we were 2F, we were Watford Squadron, that became our mascot. And I've actually got that tattooed on my arm. Because that was a massive part of my life and still is. My friends I made when I was a cadet are still my best friends now. Oh, here, there's another one that's doing by the Wombleways. That's a MrSealyp jumper that was knitted. I love that. That's my Doctor Who scarf, my Tom Baker Doctor Who scarf. That's really long. Love that. What else have we got in here? All sorts of stuff. Got a few of these limited edition things. Steve McQueen from The Great Escape. Can't beat it. Got a 40th anniversary train there, Lego. Another Tiger tank. That's a radio controlled one. Fires BBs as well. Love that. Then we move on to the shelf. This goes a bit mad now. International Space Station Lego kit. Love it. A few patches up the top there, various different ones. More minifigs. The Ghostbusters Firehouse. My wife got me that for a birthday present. Oh man, I love that kit. And when you open it up, it's got everything in it you can imagine. Got my Stay Puft on the top, and I've got them all firing at him. I've got my Land Rover Defender Lego kit. What else have we got? Oh right, these, myself and CDG collect these, and these are the Lego City kits. So we've got the corner one there, the garage. With a Porsche, because you know you have to have a Porsche, don't you? And we've got the bookshop, various different things. We've got the little, what do they call that? Summit Square. Various different things. Little Lego store on the end, and that is my favourite car set. The little Mini, the little Mini Cooper S. I love that. That is fantastic. I've got the anniversary Mickey and Minnie Mouse set. An Action Man. You have to have an Action Man. God, I played with those when I was a kid. I found that in a little shop up in the Lake District. Well, I'm having that. So it was that thing when I was building the man cave. That's going in the man cave. That's going in the man cave. And I just more and more stuff went to the man cave. Down on the next shelf down, we've got Cafe Perk from Friends. We've got the anniversary, 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 lunar landings. Got some more minifigs. My Lego Zerion, which I love, and a little mini one next to it that I got. With more of the helmets and stuff, I've got my Iron Man helmet. Of course, you have to have one of those, don't you? Isn't that the rules? Now as we come down, I've got 1 to 16 scale models as well. These are Brooder kits. So I've got a Manitou telehandler, little Cat's skid steer. I've got a forage harvester down the bottom there. These are slightly larger ones. Possibly a few more beers. And then behind that we've got a Fent, and there's a John Deere on a trailer, Joskin bale trailer, and possibly a couple more beers. I've got a Class Baler over there, 116. And then we've got on the shelf here, we've got a Quinjet, a couple of other little models. knocking about, because that's what you have to do. And the Stranger Things set that my wife also got me. Was that Christmas? Why did she give me that one? So there's all sorts of Lego, farming, guns, swords, knives. Got all my patches. I collect patches as well. I am a hoarder. This is quite scary. Then we got Playmobil Lego sets. Got a harvester there, and what is, I suppose, a Massey Ferguson tractor in the background. And then on the shelf got a Lego train. But up the top, I just realised how many spiders webs are up here. This is scary. I haven't been out in a little while. So up here, the rest of my tractor collection. They're right in the corner. Oh, hang on. I didn't do these. I started to and didn't do these. Let's do these. What we got? We've got Class Axion 960 TerraTrack. I've got Challenger MT765D. Is that 765D? Land Rover on the shelf there. We've got the Massey Ferguson just there. What's that one? 8680. I like that one. Down under here we've got Kubota. That's a superheroes Lego collection, and look at the superhero in the middle. That's a cool one. My brother got me that, specially made. Got a Kubota there. Which one's that? Kubota M108S, I think it is. So yeah, sorry, back up to the top. Back up to the top here. I forgot about those ones over there. We've got a Valtra M, but that's an old Valtra, and I can't work out what model it is. It doesn't actually say on it. Next to that, we've got a Case Optum 300 CVX. Next to that, we've got a John Deere 6820, I think it is. Next to that, got the John Deere 8370R. I like that one. That's cool. Oh, sorry, it keeps... That's better. Don't know what happened there. We've got a New Holland T6 We've got a Massey Ferguson. I'm not sure what that one is. The actual front load is covering it up. I can't quite tell. We've got a Fendt 1050. Next to that, we've got a JCB. Which one is that? JCB Fast Track 3230, I think it is. That one is. We've got a telehandler, New Holland telehandler. That's a LM742, I think it is. Next to that, we've got a New Holland T8 380. What else have we got? I've got a few, haven't I? We have got, what's that one? That's a Massey. Which one was that? Massey Ferguson 6616, I think it is. We've got a Deutz-Fahr. The Deutz-Fahr is a 7230 TTV, and on the back it's got a Koenigsegg not manure, fertiliser spreader on the back of that. We've got another class. I've got quite a few class tractors, I've just realised. We've got a Class Axion 950 with a Roland 340 on the back of it. We've got a Case Magnum 380 with an NC slurry spreader on the back of it. And then we've got a Steyr, which one's this? 6230 CVT with the animal trailer on the back. I've got LED lighting here, which my brother, I've got the lighting from now, but it all hooks together. It uses next to no power whatsoever. It's amazing, and it's really quite surprising how well it lights up. What did I miss? Oh yeah, well, you probably saw it. The Welker Farm sticker. I'm a Patreon for Welker Farms channel, and when I set up my Patreon thing, they sent me out a thank you letter with the Welker Farm sticker, so that went on the wall. Of course it did. I've got a bit of the Berlin Wall down there that my niece got me. Love it. No, not my niece. Who got me that? No, that was that was my daughter. Don't tell her I made that mistake. That was my daughter Amy got me that. Whoops. Now, I'll probably get demonetised because of this now. This is my armaments wall. None of these are real. Just putting this out there right now. None of these are real. I've got a bit of the airsoft replicas, that kind of stuff. I do love these sorts of things. That on the wall, my wife's cousin Gillian is serving in the Royal Air Force, and she was out in Afghanistan. And when the American drones were doing their flights, what they were doing were putting American flags inside a drone. They were going on ops, and then what you could do is you could get a certificate to say that that flag had been flown on ops in a drone. So she got me one. It's absolutely brilliant. I love it. It's fantastic. So cool to think that's been up and drawn. We've got a Colt Peacemaker. I can't remember for the life of me what that one's called. That's terrible, isn't it? As we come down here, now this one is an air pistol. It takes a CO2 cartridge, but that is a 6 hour. That's a 6 hour P320. in a lock holster as well. I love that. Airsoft fires little white BBs. That's my Airsoft. That's a Colt XM177. It's an M16A2 platform. Done a bit of changes and customization on that as well. Riz rails and stuff on the front, silencer, and I've got a holographic sight on it just there. This one I love. That's also an air rifle, but it fires ball bearings rather than air rifle pellets. That's a DPMS Panther Arms short barrel rifle, and I love that. Very, very cool. And I've got a couple of Glocks down there, which are just replicas. They don't do anything, don't blank fire. And then maybe a couple more beers. Yep. Farming simulator. Hat. What else have we got? Oh yeah. Tactical Beard Owners Club. Got to have one of those, haven't you? That's the man cave. That's it. I do want to say, just to flip this over. Sorry about that. Before I finish, what I do want to say is a massive thank you, one, to everybody for subscribing. Oh, I forgot. I've got my beer racks, look, up here for holding my glasses. Everything's where it should be. Oh, and these, sorry. I'm forgetting all sorts of stuff. Look, got a little BB rifle up there. Got my Airsoft Mega. Just got too much stuff. Too much stuff. Anyway, yeah, I want to thank Nick. Nick that manages, organises my PS4 community. I think we just hit 400 members on that. Thank you, Nick, for everything you do. You're amazing. Yeah, it does an awesome job. Also, a couple of names I said I would probably forget. Golf Cart Jockey, Farmer Min, Farmer Foley, Farmer Eric. I mean, there are so many of you guys out there. I know I still will have missed someone. Please don't feel slighted if I've forgotten. There are so many people that help me and message and comment and kind of keep me sane on a day-to-day basis. VF, I want to thank massively for all your help and support, and while we were doing the Farming Simulator League stuff, Lars, Lysatan, Petra, if you do happen to watch this, Petra at Giants, and Christian for allowing me, letting me sort of be part of it. All the guys on the FSL team, all the teams on the FSL team. I mean, there are so many guys to mention. They're just all absolutely incredible. But you've just been amazing. I just want to check my sheets and I don't want to forget anyone. But that's it. That's a kind of bit of behind the scenes. A massive thank you. Like I say, SnowRunner, if you are interested in a copy of SnowRunner as part of the giveaway, please put down there 50k giveaway. But you have to be a member in the EU. I'm sorry, it's an EU copy. I haven't got an American one or anything like that. I do apologise. But yeah, so put it in the comments, 50k giveaway. Thank you to everyone. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you for watching the videos. I hope you continue to do so. I've been talking about the man cave and my setup and stuff for quite a long time, so I thought 50k, might as well show it. So thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. As always, and continuing on, thanks for watching.